Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Kalyan and I am the faculty of Mathematics and Aptitude from past 7 years in different schools and coaching centers. So today I am starting this YouTube channel only to share my knowledge among a lot of students and a lot of you friends like you. And one more thing. In this 5 to 7 years of experience, I have interacted with so many students and I understand what are their problems. And to resolve those problems, I am going to do this videos and upload the videos on my channel to resolve all those problems. And where the student feel difficult, I will locate those points and simply I will provide the videos. I will upload the videos on the content. Okay, so now in this video, we are going to do the geometry content in school levels, okay, for 9th standard and 10th standard. This channel is meant for that. Okay, so anyways, especially why I am starting this these topics only. Why? Because here a lot of students face the difficulty while solving the geometric problems or while proving geometric ideas and while proving the geometrical theorems. This is a major part. And for cbse, icse and icse, for all the syllabus, this geometry and mensuration is one of such an important topic and lot of properties are there from that. So it's my promise that I'm going to provide you 100% content from the geometry, mensuration, algebra and trigonometry and rest of the remaining topics also. Okay, so this is my promise. So in our videos, we are going to upload all the topics. This is all about my channel and my personal info. Okay, now coming to explanation of the topic. Now our first topic is in 9th standard level, one of the important topic which drives entire the geometry is lines and angles. Got it? So lines and angles is such an important topic. So in this lines and angles, what we are going to discuss about? The basic things, very basic terminology and very basic things of the geometry we are going to discuss in this video. So what are that? See, the name itself says that it is lines. Okay, so what are lines? Before going to know about lines, see, what does the geometry studies about? About shapes or not? It might be a square, it might be a circle, it might be a rectangle, it might be a triangle, whatever the shape it is, we are going to discuss about all these shapes. Okay, so now, whatever the figure you want to construct, you need a minimum construction unit, that is point. So what is the basic starting point of the geometry? That is point. This is point. Okay, now tell me, how to represent a point, how to name the point. See, for naming the point we will use English capital letters of the English alphabets like point A, or this is some Q, or this is some X. Like this we have to represent the points. Okay, and what is the definition of the point? According to geometrical terms, point is an undefined term. In geometrical terminology, defined terms are there and undefined terms are also there. It's that is there in Euclidean geometric terminology. There is a separate chapter, theoretical chapter given in your 9th standard. Okay, so I'll make a separate video for that because it's a beginning video. We shouldn't go with the theoretical part. It will give a little bit monotony. So I have started this working part of the geometry, which is lines and angles. So in this initial on this point, and then after, if you associate the points together, means group the points together, like grouping in the sense rectilinear manner. Rectilinear in the sense straight. Okay. So if you straightly join the points, then what do we obtain? This is called a line or a straight line. What do we call this? Straight line. We call this as line or straight line. Okay, how to see what are the basic properties or features of the nature of a straight line? What does this arrow mark represents? Okay, this arrow mark represents that this extends both the sides. Okay, then my first question, what is the length of straight line? Length of straight line is what? Absolutely infinite. Why? Because as it is in spreading or as it is extending on both sides to infinite, obviously length will be infinite. And what is the direction of this line? There is no direction at all. Why? Because this side also it is extending and this side also it is extending. So we are producing this on both sides. So what happened? And there is no specification of direction also for the straight line. So there is no direction for a straight line and there is no separate length for this. I mean finite length for this. Not fixed length. Understood? So how to represent a straight line? Means how to name it. See, if you take a straight line, okay, let us consider some points A and B on that. Okay, then how to represent it means, okay, this can be represented like, see, I am telling you, here this can be represented as either AB straight line, we can call bar also, or BA straight line. Why we can call like this? Because here it is extending from B to A direction and A to B direction also. So in both the direction it is extending, so there is no specification of direction in a straight line. So we can either represent this as a AB bar or BA bar. Got it? Now let us do the segmentation of straight line. See, I am telling you like this. This is a straight line. Now I plotted a point on this. Now this point has divided this straight line into two parts. Let us draw these parts. This is like this and like this. Okay. Now these 2 points have this point has separated into two different parts of straight line. Now in this part, what is the nature? What are the nature of these parts? Tell me. This nature of this parts is, this part is having one initial point, but there is no final point at all. Okay. So this part of straight line is called a ray. We call this a ray. What is meant by ray? A part of a straight line for which there exists initial point and there is no end point. Okay, so now tell me, what is the nature of a ray? There is an initial point but there is no end point. Then what about the length of the ray? Length of the ray is also infinite. Why? Because whether it is extending both sides or extending on one side, the thing is same or not? It is extending to infinite. So obviously its length also tending towards infinite. So therefore its length is also infinite. This is also not having finite in length. Okay. The next one. What about the direction? It is there is a specified direction. Why? Because here this is the initial point and from initial point we are traveling like this. So for a ray there is a direction. Okay. So for a ray there exists direction and there is no specified length. Okay. Next step. So now how to represent a ray? See, we take a ray and let this be initial point and let us consider some point on this. Now how to represent this ray means OP bar or OP ray we can call. And now my question is, can we write this as PO bar? Not certainly. This is wrong. Why? Because here so you have started from here and you are going in the direction of P. So this this ray, initial point of this ray is O and it is extending towards in the direction of P. So therefore there is a specification of the direction. And as it is having a direction, we shouldn't represent it with as a PO. Why? Because it is not extending in the direction from P to O. It is extending in the direction of O to P. That means here, nature of when we are talking about a nature of a ray, okay, a ray has a direction but no magnitude. Magnitude in the sense length, no specific and finite length. The next one. Let me draw once again a straight line. Okay, now I am going to plot two different points on straight line. Now if you separate this straight line to different parts, how can we separate? See, this is one part and this is one part and this is another part. Forget about these two parts, only consider this one. What do we call this? See, what is the nature of this part? For this there exists initial and there is also a final point. Got it or not? So, a part of a straight line which consists of both initial and end points. So this is initial point, from here it ends. Means its length is finite, measurable. Okay, so in this part of straight line is called line segment. Okay, line segment. And what is the nature of line segment? Tell me guys. Here only the nature is a part of straight line having both initial and end points is called a line segment. So when it is having initial and end points, the nature of it is it's having a finite length. Means a measurable finite length. Magnitude is limited, and we can measure this. Okay, finite length. And then after, what about the direction? Say for example, I am plotting a line segment here. Let us suppose that is PQ. Okay, this is PQ. On this PQ, this is we can consider P as a initial point and Q as end point. Someone else will come and he says that Q is initial point and P is end point, which is correct. Both are right in their as per their perceptions. In their perceptions, Q is initial point and P is final point. In as per my perception, this is P. P is initial and Q is final. Got it? So here there is no specification of initial and final point. Anyone can be considered as initial and anyone can be considered as final. So in this case, there is no specification of direction. So how can we represent this? We can represent this as either PQ line segment or QP line segment also, as it is not specifying the direction quality. Okay, so anyways, what is the nature of line segment finally? It is finite in length. Okay, limited or finite in length, and there is no direction for a line segment at all. Okay, this is all about the basics, very basic level of, about lines. What I am telling you is, okay, about lines, this is the basic. Okay, so I think you would have understood this, guys. See, these things looks very simple. Okay, but when as you are moving forward into the geometry, into deeper levels, okay, you must have this basic terminology and basic knowledge, so that you can prove lot of theorems and lot of riders, and you can solve a lot of numericals in geometrical concepts. Okay, don't neglect the basics. And anyways, so I hope you would have understood this content of the video, and don't forget to subscribe the channel if you really like this. Okay, so if you like this, subscribe the channel and share it among your friends, so that this content will reach to so many. And then after, if you have any doubts or suggestions, you can put them in the comment box. So thank you.